Plenty of star power. James Harden, Kawhi, and plenty more on the floor in this one. Kawhi, 14 in the first quarter. Straightaway 3 and the Clips up 6. On the other end, my name, James Harden, got a beard like a billy goat. He steps back and right back at you. Harden. Kyrie. Easy. Harden and Irving combined for 25 of the 28 first quarter points. Harden had 21, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists in the first half, and the Nets had a 7-point lead. Third quarter. Nicola Batum has the good look. No, Joe Harris. Woo-woo! Outlet. Kyrie. Transition punch. Kevin Durant appreciating that. Later in the third. The handles. Left. Nets lead 8. Kyrie, 12 points in the third quarter, and the lead is double digits heading into the fourth. Into the fourth, Clips down 11. Paul George steps into the 3. Bottoms, but he was on a minutes restriction, not in late. Down low, it is Ivica Zubac for the dunk. Steve Ballmer.
Pretty damn cool! Woo!
6-point lead. Harden step back. Bang! Now it's a 7-point game into the fourth. Late when 3 is hit. That's George. 4-point game. Down low, it's Harris who puts the Nets up 6. 6-point game. Kyrie. His layup package is extensive. The ability to finish is excellent. Corner 3 coming. Again, Ballmer. Again, where is it? It's too late. That was a Lou Williams 3. Kyrie, late after the game was tied with free throws, the tip in from DeAndre Jordan. And the net lead was 2. Love it. Early in the shot clock, get a chance to put back 11 on the shot clock and in the game. And it's Kawhi who's called for the offensive. Harden sells it.
Sure does.
That left arm is up. And they get the victory. Hard fought as it was. Harden afterwards on closing out the trip with a win over the Clips.
James, I've been asking everybody the same question. During this 6-game winning streak, 5 wins during the West Coast road trip, this never happened in franchise history. What are you most proud of in terms of the way that you guys have been playing out there?
The most I'm proud of is our mindset every game and every possession. We don't take our opponent lightly at all. No matter who we're playing, it's the same, goal. It's the same mindset, and let's go out there and help each other out defensively. Offensively, take your shots when you're open, and then when you're not, be unselfish. And, it's contagious on both ends of the floor, as you can see. So we're still growing, but this is a really good road trip for us, and now we get an opportunity to go back home and keep playing that same brand of basketball.
Just in your short amount of time with the Nets, how have you seen the growth in mental and physical toughness out there on the floor?
Night and day, from when I first got here. And we're playing hard now and we're playing smart. Like we've had time to practice. We've had time to go over things on both ends of the ball. So and that's why we're playing better. We know each other a little bit better. We know what we're doing defensively. Offensively, we know what we're doing. We know our spots on the floor. And it just makes the game a lot easier.
Alex Schiffer with The Athletic.
Hey, James, during this road trip, you guys have won games with different guys in there, the lineup. Golden State, it was you, Kyrie, and Kevin. Phoenix game was different. Tonight was different. Lakers game. What does it say about you guys' versatility that you guys have a different combination of guys step up every night and still get the same result?
That's what we're going to need for longevity. It's going to be different guys that impact games, for the regular season and for the postseason. And we want to build confidence. We want everybody playing well and know what they're doing on the court, and give credit to each and every individual player because we focus and we watch film and we understand what's going on and what the opposing team is trying to do. So when guys check in the game, when our bench checking the game, we know what we're doing and there's no let-ups. And that's key to games, instead of coming in and making mental mistakes and, mistakes where you give teams confidence to get back in the game. Our guys are locked in on both ends of the ball. And, we're playing smart. We're not turning the basketball over. We're helping each other rebound. And that's the key to our success.
A common mentality right now, just to go out there, have fun. Really, go out there, have fun competing, be very physical, be talkative out there against other players, against the other coaching staffs. And we need to have a veteran group so we're able to hold each other accountable a little bit differently, I feel. We get to talk to each other, with a purpose. We care. So sometimes, like I said the other day, sometimes things go viral where you see things on our bench where we're yelling at each other and going at it, but it's really fun when you know that getting stops and playing defense and everybody getting a chance to play and improve themselves out there, it should makes us better. So we're just thinking about the long term, but we're having fun right now. It's cool.
Malika Andrews with ESPN.
Kyrie, Steve said that it seems like over the course of this road trip, you all have bought into playing for each other, gotten to know each other a little bit better, and that means you want to invest in each other a little bit more. Do you feel that from your perspective?
I feel that from life. When you want to be successful at anything, you got to invest in people, and you got to understand the human element that, like I said, not everybody's going to be the same or have the same thought process. So I think we're just coming to understand that we're all different. We're all individuals, but we can hold each other to a standard where we all meet. And I think we've been able to kind of communicate that in a very unique way. And Steve holds us accountable because we need to be coached. I don't know everything. Everyone else on the team doesn't know everything. So it takes a full collective effort for us to go against these great teams. That's what I feel. So I think he's right. I agree with him on his sentiment. But like I said, it's just a standard we can hold each other to. We want to be coached hard. So.
Thanks, Kyrie.
Mm-hmm.
Christian Winfield with the New York Daily News.
Hey, Kyrie, what does it do for this team to win 6 in a row and then look over and see Kevin, who's not even healthy right now, working his way back to the floor? Like, what kind of feeling does that give this group to know that you still have a guy like Kevin who could go out there and get you 30, but that you didn't need him to sweep this road trip?
Well, we need him in all aspects, whether he's on the floor or not. He makes this thing work. We came here with a plan to be able to build something here in Brooklyn. And I think for the time being, winning 6 in a row, all it does is just keep the world silent for a little bit and then, wait until we kind of hit a bump in the road and then it's what's going on with the Nets. So I think we just take both polarities and just stay the course. And the destination is making it to that main stage and earning our way there first and foremost. It's nothing's given. So like I said, we're just going to continue to enjoy the journey.
Brian Lewis with the New York Post.
Hey, Kai. Going back to what you were saying about you guys wanting to be coached hard, I'm curious, if you go all the way back to the Detroit game, are you guys being coached, I guess, harder than you had, or are you guys processing the coaching that you're getting differently, or are you guys just kind of coming together as guys off the court and that's helping you on the court?
Well, I think I went on quote by saying that we look very average. So I think everyone kind of took that personally, including myself. And, we just used that as motivation. And guys came out in the Indiana game and we played with that effort. And I feel like we've continued to do so since then to be able to, go out there and do what we say we want to do. We don't just want to talk a good game and say we're collectively together and we're united, and we're not. You could see it on the floor. We weren't connected at all, especially going against sub 500 teams that we have, we had a losing record to or winning record to, losing record to. And that was embarrassing, so we just want to, like I said, continue to demand that standard of excellence. I know I say it's just words, but you guys don't get a chance to be in our locker room all the time. But the preparation is where it starts. Walkthroughs, being able to do the little things, to remember the details, to go out there and just play your game with a structure in mind. We need structure. NBA players, entertainers, anybody out there, we need structure to be able to succeed at the highest level. And you've seen that go out there and do it. So we just want to continue to stay consistent, injuries aside. So
Alex Schiffer with The Athletic.
Hey, Kyrie, on that final offensive possession where DeAndre had to put back off your three, just what were you seeing with the defense, and was that the shot you wanted there?
yes, Alex, that's the shot I wanted. We got questions that, bro. I'm on the right wing, right step back. It goes in and out. I'm thinking that's down. I told the Clippers, like, y'all got away with one on that one just to have a little fun talking out there on the floor. But I missed a lot of shots in the fourth quarter that I feel like could have easily been made, but you got to give credit, to their team. They kept battling. And, we saw a different lineup towards the end of the game as well. So I'm sure that we'll see PG next time down the stretch. But I'm glad we could get out of here with a win.
Bruce Beck with NBC New York.
Hey, Kyrie, my kids and grandkids need structure too, by the way.
We all do.
I know. You were in attack mode tonight. You had the two-handed flush. You had the left-handed floater. Yeah, that was a dunk we were all talking about. That pass to DeAndre for the hammer jam. I just wanted to know how enjoyable the whole experience was for you tonight.
Man, it just fun playing basketball at the highest level. Before we play against, some of the elite players in the league, it just reminds me, I remind myself that it's just another chance to go against the best. It's a chance to try out, everything that you've worked on every single day to prepare to go against the best. And we got a chance to do that. And I always say this, but I don't want to take it for granted ever. I give all the glory to God for having all the talent, but going out there and being able to have some fun and play with some friends of mine, makes it worthwhile. Doing a lot off the court as well. So being on the court, I don't want to take it for granted.
Last question, Adam Reese with NBC News.
Kyrie, I just want to get your thoughts on fans coming back to Barclays on Tuesday. What does it mean to have fans in the stands, and what's it been like playing with COVID? How will it make a difference having them there rooting you on?
Well, like I said in the beginning of the conversation, it's just tough out here in the world dealing with some of the protocols and some of the deaths that have been happening, the death tolls that have been happening with COVID. It's very unfortunate. And like I always say, I wish peace and blessings and a lot of well wishes to everybody at home that watch us, that don't get a chance to watch us, everyone, because we are one under the sun. So my thing is always when I go out there and play, it's crazy. It's a different reality for all of us. So it's been taking some time to get used to, and inviting fans back in, I feel like it does great things for the league. It does great things for us in terms of the motivation. They're a big part that makes this whole engine run. But besides our fans, we have an opportunity to, set a mark in history as, making sure we take the right safety precautions, make sure that we're standing on the right things, such as truth, giving people the right information, and, just making it about the collective. We understand the position that we're in as NBA players or as entertainers, in modern day society. But we're humans at the end of the day, and we all feel for everybody at home. So if the fans get a chance to come and see us play, I want to make sure I put on a show for them, and then go out and continue to change the world the best way I know how with other people that want to do the same. So I'm excited, see what happens. I just pray everyone stays safe and make sure they wear their masks, make sure you're washing your hands, making sure you're taking all precautions, and, let's handle this together. So.
Thanks, Kyrie.
Yes, sir.
Thanks so much, Kyrie.
Should they be the favorites to win it all?
I definitely believe that now more than ever, particularly with the questionable health of Anthony Davis. If Anthony Davis was 100%, perhaps I would feel different, but he's not, and I don't think he's going to be for the rest of the year. Meanwhile, I'm looking at the Brooklyn Nets, and I'm saying, excuse me, like per 100 possessions, they averaging like 124 points. They're giving up about 114 over the last 5 games or so. Got a net rating that's second in the league to only the Utah Jazz, who've won 19 of their last 20 games. The Brooklyn Nets have been absolutely sensational as far as I'm concerned. James Harden is deserving of MVP consideration, how selfless he's been, how the quintessential point guard that you're supposed to be. You weren't anticipating he would be that way, but he is. Kyrie has been sensational. He's box office, and he does what he wants on the offensive end of the floor, and he has amped up his defense as well, and he's held other guys accountable to try and do so themselves. This is what Kevin Durant out the last 3 games due to that hamstring strain. And then you've got Joe Harris, you've got Jeff Green, you got TLC. You're just looking on and on and on. DeAndre Jordan, we can't ignore what he's bringing to the table. There's nobody in the NBA that can stop them offensively if they give you anything defensively. And I told you this, Max. I told you this a couple of weeks ago. I said, at the time they were ranked like 27th or 28th. Over the last 5 games, I think their defense has been like 18th. Again, they're not awesome and all of this other stuff, but they've improved significantly enough for you to look at them and pay attention. And the fact that they can go 9, 10 deep and don't miss a beat offensively, if they give you anything defensively, I mean, if they were 20th defensively, that's good enough. They're that potent offensively. And I think when you look at the Eastern Conference, I don't think there's anybody that can mess with them. And even though you can look at Utah, Denver, of course, the Clippers, and a healthy Lakers squad. Again, the healthy Lakers squad would be my caveat. If Anthony Davis were 100%, I probably would not say this, but he is not. I do not believe he will be for the rest of this season. It sounds too similar to what Kevin Durant went through before he went down to that NBA Finals game and tore his Achilles. It sounds too similar to me. I don't like it. And as a result, I'm going with the Brooklyn Nets. I think the Brooklyn Nets should be the favorites to win it all, to win the chip.
Well, I'm assuming health for Anthony Davis. I mean, they're going to give him a nice long rest. Don't forget, when KD was in the finals, he came right back and played on that so-called calf injury.
He was
as you
going
recall.
about 2 series.
Okay, but you and I were on the road doing the show from the Bay Area, and what did I say? Like, don't play in this game. This is obviously an Achilles. No, the team doctor said it's not. Of course it was. It was right. You know, the calf bone's connected to the Achilles bone apparently, because of course that's what happened. Different for AD. AD has a nice long time to rest up. Now, assuming that AD is healthy, the Lakers are the team to beat. They're the defending champions. No one really extended them. The Heat took 2 games from them. That was extending them. But before that, they gentlemen swept the Western Conference, including a Denver team that not only gave the Clippers all they could handle, but beat the Clippers. Lakers lost 1 game to them. They lost 1 game in each series up to the finals, and they still didn't get taken 7 games. Now, it's one thing if you say, yeah, but they lost this piece, they improved. Lakers improved since last year's team. And the thing about it is, they're the one team, the Lakers, when healthy. Stephen A., if they don't have AD, don't bother showing up because they might not get to the finals. Probably they won't get to the finals without AD, let alone beat whoever's there out of the East. But assuming AD is there, this Lakers team is the only team in the league that is absolutely elite, both ends of the floor, offense and defense. Remember, no team has won a championship in the last 2 decades, 20 years, with a defense ranked lower than 11th. Now, do I agree with you that the Nets could be the first team to do that with a mid-ranked kind of defense? Yep, they have that much offensive firepower. I've consistently said this is going to be the best offensive team of all time by the end of this season. But they're going to have to play defense. So because they haven't really done that consistently yet, I can't make them the favorites when the Lakers are the champions defending and have improved, presuming health for AD. I'll tell you something else. The Sixers are a real threat because not only have they been playing well this season, but they are designed, health permitting again. Who's going to stop Embiid on that Nets team? Like, that is a bad matchup. He is going to get his. And the Sixers can also shoot, and they can play defense. All things considered, do I like the Nets to beat them? Yeah, I do. I think the Nets will play good enough defense. But that's a tough series. It's not a given.
I'm not saying it's not a tough series, but threes will beat 2s any day of the week. And I think that when you consider the marksmen that the Nets can put on the floor all at the same time, I think that spells trouble for the Philadelphia 76ers, particularly with Ben Simmons refusing to be a perimeter threat. That's number one. I think that you have to look at it from the standpoint that the Philadelphia 76ers have tailed off a little bit defensively over the last few games. If you're paying attention to them, we've got to pay attention to that and keep our eyes on that. I think Seth Curry should be shooting the ball more, not less, but that hasn't been the case as of late. That's something to point to. And then I also think about this again. You talk about Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant had strained his calf back in, 2019? I think it was like May 8th. May 8th, and he came back June 10th, Mac. That was a month and 2 days. Now, obviously, he could have sat out longer, and we get all of that, and we can assume that Anthony Davis probably will need to sit out longer as well. But my attitude is that if you're holding your Achilles, if you're holding your calf area, and it's tinkering with your Achilles, then you know what? It's dicey, man. And even if you come back, I have to imagine that you're not going to be 100%. You're going to be very, very concerned about that as well. And the Brooklyn Nets ain't a team that you want to go through having those kind of issues going on, considering what they bring to the table offensively. So I just look at it and I just say right now, because Anthony Davis, I think that his health situation is highly questionable. I think that the Brooklyn Nets are legitimate favorites to win the championship, to win the title, because they ain't going downhill once Kevin Durant comes back.